Well, that break was a lot longer than it was supposed to be. I was just looking back through YouTube where I first started posting these, and my last video was in August 9th of 2021. So yeah, well over a year, in what was supposed to be kind of a weekly type thing for me. Yeah, and hey, since then I've had a baby, or my wife had a baby, and he had a heart problem. Kind of stayed at the hospital for a couple of weeks, and open heart surgery. A lot of things going on, right? Yeah. But I mostly just had a bunch of excuses for not actually putting these together like I was supposed to. With it being so long ago, and I just wanted to come back and kind of liken this to how I felt personally. So for the past, if anybody knows me personally, for the past 5 years or so, I've been self-employed, and I always find something different to do, find different things that will keep me occupied, find different ways to make money, things like that. And when I was making my videos and stuff, I had several things going. I had a lot of stuff I was rolling with and in process and working on. And the best way I can liken this is that in my mind, I had this little guy, right? And he was in this little cave. And at the bottom of this cave, he saw there was a light at the top. And there was a rope that was hanging down from there. And he knew that that's the way he wanted to go. He wanted to get out, and he wanted to go through that way. And also there was another way. There's a straight walk. It's easy, nothing to go across. And he knew there was light that way too. But he didn't want to go to that light. He wanted to go to the one that was above. And yeah, it took him a little bit more work, and yeah, it was a little bit harder, and yeah, it was scary. But that's where I wanted to go. And so I went through. I found the way. I found out how to get to that point. And I did it. And I found out that there was a little ledge. From this little ledge, I could jump across and I can get onto this rope. And I can grab that rope. So I grabbed that rope and I was climbing. And then I was making progress and I was getting up. And then I realized that I started getting some blisters on my hands. I started getting hurt a little bit. So I said, I'm going to wave my hands off a little bit. Why don't I just kind of slow down a little bit on this? And, so that way I can be able to let my hands heal, get better on it. And then after a while, I kept going up a little bit higher and realized that the rope got rougher. So when I was holding on to this rope, the blisters on my hands kept getting worse. And after a while, I was like, you know what? If I go back down a little bit, the rope wasn't hurting me as bad. So why don't I go back to that point and rest my hands for a little bit, maybe use my legs to hold me up a little bit. And so that's what I did. And then I tried to get back on it and try to get going again. And I just couldn't get my hands right. I couldn't go forward again. And then I fell. And when I fell, it hurt. And basically, I just kept making more reasons why I wasn't going to get back up. So I stayed there for a while. And then finally got up and dusted myself off. And I was like, all right, we're going to do this again. And I started looking back at the rope and remembering the pain in my hands and everything that I was going through. And sat there and I was like, all right, we're going to do this. And, then things just started looking around, and I was like, you know what? I started looking back at that little path again, that little path that was straight forward and went straight out to the other side. And I was looking at it, and, I started working my way, and I was like, you know what? It's too much for me right now. Why don't I go down this little path, and then I'm going to come back later, and then I'll go out the other way. Either way, I'm going to get out, But this way is not necessarily the way I want to go, but hey, it'll get me by. It'll get me out of here, and it'll get me on to the next spot. And I started making little steps towards that path, and today, I looked back at that rope again, and I was like, you know what? That's not it yet. So I'm walking myself back over to that rock right now. And I'm getting ready to jump off that little rock again and grab back onto that rope. And I know it's gonna hurt. And I know it's gonna hurt. But for me, that path is the one I've always been aiming for. So if I was to go out that other little path, taking the easy way, it's never going to lead me to where I want to be, and I'm always going to be wanting to get back to it. So I figure, my hands are already blistered. I already got the dirt on me from falling on the ground. I might as well just go ahead and go on with it, because if I'm going to get the blisters on my hand, I might as well go ahead and get them, so that way I can start healing from it. And the blisters are going to come either way, so I might as well go up that rope as fast as I can. So, I know that's a huge metaphor for things, but I was pushing for things. I was going somewhere, and I just kind of stopped. Having a baby at home and going through all these different things, and it was just so easy to just be like, you know what, I'm going to take the easy path. I'm going to take these little things that I know I can do that will get me by. They will by no means get me closer to my goal, but they'll get me by. And I've just been doing that for months on end, kind of repetitively, just in and out, in and out, in and out. And I've just been stuck in this little rut, and I can't get myself out of it. But I feel that today I was able to awaken that back up again, and I was able to get back into that mindset again, which is why you're seeing me again, because if not, I wouldn't be recording this right now. But so I know I usually try to keep these to 5 minutes. I got on over a little bit. Hopefully I can still get it uploaded everywhere. But yeah, if you have something that you want to do, you gotta kind of go after it, and you gotta hit it hard. If it's something that's going to be hard, know that's going to be hard. Know you're going to get these bumps, you're going to get these bruises and scrapes, and all of that's going to happen. You can't let those things just stop you every single time it happens. So my message for you today is, if you got something that you're going to do and you know it's going to hurt, just go ahead and do it. Just get it done and start the healing process, because you can't heal unless you're done. And if you're in a spot where you're continuously going to be getting hurt, you can't start the healing process. So it's best to go ahead and go through it, finish it, and get on with it. So hope you're doing great. I don't remember what the heck I say at the end of this, but make it a great day.